Will set a tone for the next phase of the WWCS journey. I urge all members to actively participate and contribute to these discussions, as the decisions we make today will have a long impact on the future of conservation in this region. In conclusion, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our partners, sponsors, and every member of the WWCA for your unwavering support and commitment. Together, we have laid a strong foundation for the growth of WWCA, and together we will ensure the conservation of our natural heritage for generations to come. Let us continue to work collaboratively, drawing inspiration from the success stories in other parts of Kenya, as we aim to make Western Kenya a model of conservation excellence. Thank you very much. Yes, now ask for the CEO to come forward.
Oh, yes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we want to adopt the board statement. We need a proposer and a seconder, kindly. Someone to propose the board statement? Yes, we have. Kindly state your name, full name. William Mamo, Conservancy, proposer. Someone to second? Yes, Mike, Belva.
Joseph Rotich.
Thank you very much, Joseph Rotich. Thank you. Now, we are going to the fourth agenda. The fourth item on the agenda is basically the constitutional amendments. I need you to project it. The fourth agenda. If you can, I think all of you have the Constitution. Kindly open the Constitution so that you can go together, just in case you cannot see well. Good. Now, we have done a number of amendments to our Constitution, coming up with some key amendments. These are actually shared. These are actually shared vision of the interim board that is in, trying to bring in the part of inclusion because of our vast region. And we'll just read this out. Basically, this is actually the main part we have made an amendment to, and we need your consent as the AGM to pass it so that it can become actionable and part of the Constitution. So basically, the governing committee, this is very important. The committee shall be made up of members of the Conservancies representative drawn from the three clusters. The committee is actually, this is actually the board. It shall be made up of three member Conservancy representative drawn from the three clusters. The three clusters in this instance is Norwich, Western, and the Lake region, which will each elect 3 members. So each cluster, the North cluster will submit 3 members, the Western cluster will submit 3 members, and the Lake region will submit 3 members who will come onto the board. This being so, as described in the code of conduct, who shall be democratically elected by the conservancies within the specific clusters. 2, the 3 office bearers, being the chairperson, secretary, and the treasurer, will be elected among the 9 members mentioned in A above. So we'll have the 9 members coming from each cluster, and out of this 9, we will have to elect 3 office bearers, being the chairperson, the secretary, and the treasurer. The nominated representative shall be subsequently be ratified at the annual general meeting, a meeting such as this. For one to be eligible, now this is the eligibility, for an election of the governing committee, he or she must meet the following criteria. Shall be above the age of 21 years, shall be sound mind and understanding. Next. For one to be eligible for the election of the governing committee, he or she shall must or meet the following criteria, interpretation, shall be above 21 years, shall be of sound mind and understanding, shall be persons of integrity and not connected with any financial impropriety or professional misconduct. The governing committee shall have powers to establish relevant committees and subcommittees to facilitate effective discharge of the role. The governing committee shall have powers to nominate a maximum of 3 officials who will come to the board to help. These ex-officials actually coming in as professionals who will come to elevate. Like now, the instance that you're having right here, KWCA is an ex-official in the board. Comes in to direct and give us direction in matters of community conservancies within the whole country. And also KWS are actually the two officials who are sitting there right now. So the board has a mandate to elect these two. Are we together? Good. Any member of the governing committee who ceases to be a member of the association shall automatically cease to be a member of the governing committee. So if you leave the association and stop being a member, you automatically cease becoming a member of the governing committee. At least 1/3 of the governing committee members shall be of either gender. At least 1/3 of the governing committee members shall be of either gender and include the youth as recognized in the national laws. So if you're selecting from your cluster, you have to include either a lady or a gentleman to be a third gender, and at least a young person should be part of the cluster. Are we together? Great. Office bearers shall constitute a chairperson, a secretary, and this an assistant. It's actually just secretary and treasurer. I think that's the typo. The office bearer shall be elected by the annual general meeting from among fully paid up members by simple majority, and the polls shall be conducted by a show of hands or secret ballot. All office bearers shall hold the office for a period of 3 years from the date of election and shall be eligible for election for another second term of 3 years. Upon serving 2 terms, the office bearers shall not be eligible for re-election for the next 2 consecutive terms. So if you run as a board member for 2 terms consecutively, you cannot run again until we are done with 2 consecutive terms so that you can also run again. Are we together up there? Great. The criteria. Okay. That's point 1. I think it's really important. It shall be a conservancy which has a member of the association for at least 3 years preceding the date of the annual general meeting in which he seeks to be elected, shall be of sound mind and understanding, shall be of persons of integrity and not connected. This is actually a petition. But the treasurer shall have knowledge in financial management. Now we're looking at the 3 office bearers. The treasurer in this case shall have knowledge in financial management and accounting. The secretary shall have good writing and record keeping skills. Members may in writing nominate their representatives in the general meeting association. This is actually representation. The AGM shall adopt the rules and the number of persons that shall be represented by the member of consultants in the general meeting of the association. Each full member of the organization has only 1 vote, and the members shall ensure the gender balance and representation of youth in nomination of representatives to the AGM. Thank you. So those are basically the amendments that we've done in the Constitution in liaison with the board to make sure that the youth representation is actually adhered to, the gender representation is actually adhered to, and also to make sure there is practicality in terms of the presentation. So my question through the chair to the AGM is, if this is what we think should represent the association, I'd ask the AGM to propose or to second or to give documents. Thank you. The mic. Yeah. Just where you're sitting.
I don't want. I propose the adoption of the amendments to the Constitution.
Before he proposes, is there anyone who would want to cite anything that he thinks or she thinks that it is not appropriate? Let us work on this first. So the regional presentation is okay. Thank you.
Just maybe my concern would be on the governance committee part 3 on the age. When you say when this article or rather the policy says shall be above the age of 21 years. So my consider I thought Kenyan government recognizes an individual at 18 years, and that's our constitution. So perhaps can we amend it, or maybe what's the view of the members? And maybe also we'll work on the titles so that it is like,
My view is that our constitution should not be in conflict with the country's constitution. So a definition of an adult is above anybody who's above 18 years of age. So in that part, a part of the amendment is that we should say that a person elected to be part of the committee should be above the age of 18.
Any other comments? Suggestion? You.
And I think that the age, I would not there in the constitution, but the age of 18 is the legal age that somebody is allowed to do or be recognized as a citizen of sound mind. So the criteria that we are looking at was for leadership roles, am I right?
Yes.
So that would mean that we want somebody who is experienced, somebody who has been in spaces or has that capacity. And I think 18 is when you just start to figure things out as a citizen who can work in these spaces, because no one is allowed to work officially before 18 years old. So 21 gives us that age gap for you to be able to be experienced in the specific areas.
I concur.
Let us start with the name because the reporter is actually taking notes.
Oh yeah, my name is Caroline
From Conservancy?
from Dr. Kelly Conservancies.
Okay. Let's start with the name so that the reporter can also take it down.
So, Will Obama talking to Conservancy. I concur and just wish to say that perhaps the wording on this particular clause can complement the desire to have somebody who is 21 years and above specific to their responsibility. So it will just be the wording of that clause as opposed to trying to align this particular designated position with the constitutional.
Comments? Anyone else? So I want to pose the question. because I do not wish that this go unsettled, we have a deliberation of 21 years and 18 years. What is the feeling for the AGM?
Just maybe as my colleague has put it, we can work on the money, perhaps. If anybody who will read this in the future will think you're limiting to specific group or intended capacities. But if we work on the wording with what my colleague said, definitely should be 18, but the family 21. And then my that is also brought to the office bearer when you say office bearer shall constitute chairperson, secretary, and assistant.
No, that's what I typo. Yes, sorry.
So, okay.
My name is Johnson. According to this discussion, both the is
So from the feeling on the ground, it's like we have all turned 21. Are we in agreement in changing of the wording? Are we in agreement? Thank you. Now, we now need someone to propose the amendments so that it can become a record and then part of the article of our own constitution so that it can help us in management. So, proposer, Mike, Mary proposes, seconded. No. Members. Jacqueline Keegan, second. Thank you very much. That being said and done, it is now law that the guidelines of the General Committee have been passed and are part of our constitution. The interim committee on this date, 4th October 2024, ceases to hold office. We are now opening the ground for an annual general election. We would want the clusters in a period of 5 minutes to walk out in your clusters, nominate 3 members from your clusters, then come back and present them to the AGM. The 9 members will present themselves to the AGM. After that, out of the 9, those who think they would fill the position of the chairperson, the treasurer, or the secretary will present themselves to the AGM. If they are undisputed, we shall pass them. But if there are more than 2, more than 1 in this instance, we will go into an election. Ladies and gentlemen, as Ian opens the door, the AGM general election is on. Thank you. Move to your classes. I cannot join you.
Clusters. Find a chair of the clusters. The others you can contest for another position. Yes. Definitely. So then we are going to propose another position. Okay. So you just agree? check any other position. Yeah. So okay, you just explain that as well. The page from Nyanza. Casta. Caroline. Casta bin.
Kindly, all the clusters, present your names. Clusters, present your names. Western, we need your clusters. Western, we need a list of the particular.